Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Catherine Haleko and I'm here with Terry Morrow. Say hi, Terry.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast we talk about parenting issues, but once a week Terry and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. So this week we watched a movie.
Hey.
A movie from 1981.
The Four Seasons.
Starring Alan Alda, because we had no West Wing episode to discuss, and thus no Alan Alda in our life that way.
Had to get our fix.
Yes, so we watched the movie, but first, So You Think You Can Dance. This week was the top 10 guys whittled down to the top 5 guys.
Yeah.
And
yes,
I
it was.
felt like it was a little... So last week when they did the girls,
yeah,
all the judges' comments were like completely opposite of what the final outcome was. And I get it, they can't telegraph everything in their, in their notes when they're in their reactions.
Yeah.
But if they do it to an extreme, then you can't believe anything they say. So today, I felt it was a little less extreme with the guys.
Yeah.
Than it was with the girls. But, but I felt the whole time when I was watching, whatever they said, I was like, well, I have no idea if I should take that at all seriously.
Yeah.
So
I think they maybe just did a little better job of tailoring their comments to what they wanted the ultimate result to be. It didn't necessarily always reflect the dancing that I saw. And I also feel like sometimes it seems like the choreography is kind of rigged. So you have 2 tap dancers. One of them has a super hard ballroom number where he's having to throw Lindsay all over the place. And the other one has a number that's like, hey, we made it really metrical, so it will be good for a tap dancer. Well, gee, what a thought.
Yeah. And I'm with you that I'd never seen that other tap dancer before.
And then we're never going to see him tap dance.
And now we'll never see him again.
And he shaved. The man shaved. And then they still gave him the back of their hand. I really felt for that guy. I thought, and also how short must he be? Because Lindsay was kind of towering over him.
Yeah, and she's not a large
She is a petite girl,
But he's taller than the little b-boyer that did make it into the top 10. Bailey.
Yes. Yay for him. And I thought it was adorable that all the guys carried him out through the door. So, yeah. He did really, I thought he did really well for the first dance there. It was sort of like last week with the girls where the first one out did really well and then the next few were not so. But the second, the second one to go, the ballroom brother, got in. I did not share the judge's enthusiasm for his number, but what do I know?
Yeah. It's
I think they really like the idea of having a brother and sister in the top 10.
Yeah, but that doesn't, I don't know. Is that even that, have they never had that before?
I don't know.
Lindsay, we've had Arnold sisters.
Well, that's true, but not the same season.
Brothers, I know they're not competing against, against each other. And
I think it's just the brother and sister in the same season. I don't know. I guess they are competing against each other now, but. And Vlad. Hello, Vlad, professional dancer. Dancing with the Stars troupe member. That was a very professional-looking number you did. Now go back to your job.
Right.
I ain't gonna cry any tears for you, man.
Very strange how this whole thing is playing
really
out.
Is.
Really. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a tapper, a b-boyer.
Yeah.
A ballroom guy, a contemporary guy, the Benjamin with the man bun.
Now, see, I felt like if Aleksandr had to shave, he should have had to get a haircut. It was only fair.
And also, what was it about his beard in particular? I don't know. Did no one else have any facial hair? That sort of surprised
petty.
Me.
And then they dissed him for having done it. So, Nigel was particularly
grumpy.
Grumpy is a nice way of, just like, the Lord of Dance. Making decrees and saying, don't say something nice to him. And this is the way the show goes. You say something nice, throw the kid a bone.
Dominic said something about...
He said, good job. And Nigel goes, that wasn't a good job. Don't say that to him. Ezra, it's the finals. He's not on our list. You said good job to this guy.
Right. And, you asked him to be a judge. Like, you asked Dominic to be a judge. So you need to, let him say what he thinks.
Are we now treating the judges the way we treat the dancers? Come on, man. Right. Yeah, he just seemed particularly imperious, I guess. Mm-hmm. But there were some times where I felt the facial expressions of the judges during the dance were not reflected in the comments they made after the dance. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure which was genuine. There's a lot of looks like, I need to form my face into a look that will go along with good comments. Let me see, how do I do that? And just close my jaw. But, some of the dancing was very good and enjoyable, and some of it was not. But everybody was trying hard, I thought. Yes. And we got to see our friends Sharna, Emma, Sasha,
and
Lindsay. I was surprised to see Lindsay. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's been on as an all-star before.
Right.
But it's just they want to just pick up, Dancing with the Stars didn't get its spring season, so these guys are all hard up for a paycheck.
Right. There's so much crossover, and I cannot keep track of it all. For sure. I mean, after 16 seasons, this is the 16th season, so that's a lot of all-stars.
It's a lot of alumni. Yes, definitely.
Out in the world to bring back.
Yes. Well, I also really hated the way they did the, telling them the results. Mm-hmm. It's like all you say something good, but then you're out. And then you say something bad, but you're in. In fact, the I hate to keep not calling him by his name, but the ballroom brother.
The brother, yeah.
It seemed pretty clear he was going to be getting the kickoff, and so he did his thank you very much.
Thanks.
No, wait. Yeah. You don't know how we're playing this game. If we're saying bad things, that means you're in. And then at the end, I think they did the same thing last week, where they were down to the last two, and then they had the one who wasn't going on first, and then they said the one who was going on second, and said, "You're in," and then the other person had just left standing there like a.
Right. And they're cheering for all the other ones.
Exactly. And he's still standing there on stage.
Having to slink off camera. I guess.
That stinks. And I thought, was it Nathan who was the one who was left? Was his name?
I think so.
He looked like he was seriously thinking of flipping the judges table.
Right.
Should I stand here with a good sports smile on my face, or shall I go kick some ass? Uh-huh. Yeah, I would not have blamed him, because that's just mean.
I think we all would have cheered if he did that.
Yeah.
That would have made for good TV.
It would have, absolutely. One of these years, I just want to see one of these kids just lose it. Mm-hmm. They all are so good with their little thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. When you know that in their heart of hearts, they are taking a large knife to Nigel. But they put the smile on, I just want to see somebody throw a tantrum right there on the stage. Come on, you can do it. You may never get a dancing job again, but it would be so satisfying.
Yes, they would have to have decided that this was the end of the line.
That's right.
There was somebody in the auditions where they were like, well, we hope you'll come back, or we hope we'll see you again. And he said, you won't. Because I'm too old. He said, I'm 30. And he said it in rather a short way.
Yeah, he'd had it. And so have we all. So, I keep being told that this is the most exciting group in the history of the show. I ain't feeling it, but we'll see where it goes from here, I guess. in the not really live episodes. As we learned from a tweet by Kristen Burt, the live episodes are actually going to be taped on Saturdays and shown to us on Mondays. And they think that they can keep audience members from saying who got eliminated for 2 days. Which, good luck with that. I just do not understand how that works, and I sure hope that this isn't one of the exciting changes they have in mind for Dancing with the Stars that we keep hearing about. Because it seems like such a bad idea. And also just, bait and switch. If we're not seeing it live, it's not a live episode.
Right. They are conspicuously calling it the studio shows, not the live shows.
Oh, okay. All right. Only the finale will be live. So, okay. Whatever. We'll stick with it a little longer. We'll see how exciting these kids are when they actually get to the real show.
Right. We'll see what happens next week.
Yes.
And now let's talk about Alan Alda.
Yeah. Who does not dance in this movie. The 4 seasons, but probably could. Did just about everything else. It was interesting watching this and seeing everybody so much younger. My husband watches Blue Bloods, on which Len Carew plays Tom Selleck's father, although they're not really that much different in age. So I'm used to him as this little old gray-haired guy with glasses. And so seeing him as this much younger kind of vital guy was, wow.
Skinny dipping.
Exactly. Taking up with Bess Armstrong and just,
Bess Armstrong, who's not Claire Danes' mother right now.
No. This was well in the pre-Claire Danes' mother part.
Right.
But, yes, where she was the cute young thing who gets her turn to shout at everybody else just like the grown-ups, eventually.
That's right. It takes her 4 seasons to
That's
get there.
right.
But
well, 3. She wasn't in the first
She
season.
wasn't in the first one.
Yeah. It was weird that they didn't have, I thought they would throw something up, like a word to say we're changing seasons. It was just like pictures that were supposed to do it. And if you understood that this was a movie in which there would be 4 different scenarios of these couples together,
right,
it made sense. But for my husband, he was like, wait a minute, he was just with that other lady and now he's with this girl? What? I don't understand. Right. I said, well, like 3 months have gone by.
Yeah, time has passed.
Which is still a short period of time to switch from Sandy Dennis to Bess Armstrong. Right. But still, you're supposed to understand the transition through the artfully placed pictures of fish.
And I mean, that was some slow moving, like that has changed in the intervening years of movie making.
Yes.
We don't do that anymore.
No.
Long, leisurely shots of, the Caribbean or whatever it is to get us to make the transition. Yeah, we don't do it that way anymore.
Nope. It would have been, they would definitely put up a word there to let people know because, in case you look up from your phone in the audience there and are confused.
Exactly.
They want you to know exactly what's going on. Okay, this is a little bit later.
Right.
Now they're on a boat.
Yeah, these people have a lot of vacation time. That's what
really
I noticed.
Like 2 weeks vacation after you're already vacationing.
And also, how do they cram themselves all into that station wagon? That was another question that
there was, and I mean that boat didn't look like it had 3 staterooms worth of space in it.
Right.
Even though it was obviously supposed to be cramped and acoustically unpleasant. But it was a certain amount of suspension of disbelief required. Right. But it seemed very much like a movie of its time, which was 1981. I feel like there were a lot of movies just like this, and I enjoyed them. And this one was very, very Alan Alda because he wrote, directed, starred, and cast his daughters in it. So
yes.
I'm looking at the resumes of the IMDb pages of the daughters, and it was pretty much this and other things their dad did. It's their acting resume.
Right.
But
maybe they decided it wasn't for them.
Yeah, it's just like, you wanted to have them around. So here, you're having a boring summer, come be in my movie.
Right.
And one of you gets to be my daughter. One of you gets to just sulk.
To be really morose and angry.
Yes. And just refusing to smile in enormous 80s glasses. I have those glasses.
I did think that it was the Sandy Dennis character. They really just ditched her. Like,
they really did.
That was not cool. I mean, I get it when, when you couples are friends and then there's a divorce and usually you have to kind of pick one. But, then the women were like, oh, we're going to get together and have dinner. Like, you haven't been doing that all along?
Yes,
like,
yes.
This is your friend who got dumped by her husband. Like, come on.
Yeah. They were making a big deal about it. Was the women that brought them all together, but clearly it's the guys who get to decide who's in the group.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was weird. I thought that there at least needed to be a scene where that stuff was discussed. And there never really was, other than just the woman saying, yeah, this was kind of bad, we ditched you, let's go do lunch.
Right. But, yeah, I guess maybe it just wouldn't have fit in their 4 seasons conceit to have a separate conversation. But I felt like they could have said, like, oh, when we saw you the other day, or whatever. They could have slipped in something.
Do they just only see each other, like, when they're on vacation?
Yeah. Which no wonder they fight.
Yes.
If they do it that way.
Like I think about the heightened emotional stakes of vacations. I would not want that to be the only time I saw people. They would not be seeing me at my best.
Right. Yeah, and then there's the whole part where Carol Burnett's character complains about how she always has to organize everything. And then cut to the next trip where here they all are. Like,
yeah, exactly.
How'd they get here? I bet I know.
Yeah.
But it was still, I enjoyed seeing all those actors.
I really did. Though it was extremely disorienting to have Rita Moreno constantly saying, I'm Italian! Like, you're not! You're a nice Cuban grandma. I watch you every week.
Yeah, the relationship between her and her husband was pretty fun.
Yeah.
The grouchy dentist. I sort of enjoyed there.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time wondering, like, what exactly, does she see in him? And then they just had the cute little, I don't know, it was fun.
Yes, that was nice. She obviously, sees him on a different and less annoying level.
Right.
Or just doesn't care, has learned to tune it out.
Right. That could certainly be it as well.
Yeah. So this was a very fun throwback, and certainly since we've been seeing Alan Alda as Vinnick, it was fun seeing him do his Alan Alda thing.
Yes.
In this movie.
Yeah.
And to an extreme.
Mm-hmm. And Rita Moreno.
Yes, and Rita Moreno. Being not at all like Lydia, even one little bit. No. So.
All right, so next week we will continue with So You Think You Can Dance. It'll be the top 10 performing on a 2-day tape delay. And we will watch the West Wing episode, Mr. Frost, and that one's on a, 8 year delay? No, like 15 years? I don't know. I can't keep track. Anyway, that episode is Mr. Frost.
Yeah.
And that is going to be it for our round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. We have something new for you every weekday. And as always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Bye, Terry.
Bye, Catherine.
Bye, everyone.